Welcome back to Alaska. Today we're going to put in our 5,000 square foot garden. We live off-grid. We try to grow as much of our own food as we can. Today is June 7th, which is our last frost date. And even though it looks like a glorious day to put in a garden, and
Willow has decided to become a rainforest.
Yes, and it's going to rain for the next 3 days. We got to get it in because we only have a couple of short months of growing season here in Alaska. So, yeah. So come soak it up with us, I guess, huh? Let's get this guy out of here, huh? Oh, well, good news. More's gonna grow right back. Wah wah.
Goat chow.
Goat chow. What are you girls doing? Yeah? You gonna help us plant stuff?
Come on, goats. Look at, we got green stuff.
What? Look, Gretel.
Ooh.
Here, Bubby. There you go. What do you think? Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's heavy with one hand.
Hopefully.
He's like bending in the middle.
I know.
Oh, Lord. Oh no. He's just grown to the ground, that's all. Problem solved. Oh goodness. Sorry. We need that.
I know it. Yeah,
Fix our driveway.
We need a bunch of them, actually.
That and a bunch of dump trucks of gravel.
Yeah.
We're halfway there.
If anybody has spare dump trucks full of gravel just laying around, send them our way. Like 30 of them. Till them up.
Till 'em up, boys. That's like Tillamook. Jeez.
Okay, we decided to make beautifully tilled soil or mud.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely voting for beautifully tilled soil on this deal. Wait.
What?
Turn the tractor off. Okay. This is the first time, well, probably the first time ever. We lived in Alaska our whole lives, and this is the first time at least that we've lived on this off-grid property that we have started the garden on time.
Oh my gosh, that's totally true.
Before we lived here, did we ever start the garden on? Oh no.
No,
never.
Not in town either.
Not in town either, so. Go us, air high five to like the 27th power, bang. I'm so excited we're not behind yet.
We haven't gotten anything in the ground, so let's not
Listen here, Nancy Naysayer.
like flip the jinx switch like we're buying pitcher pumps before we're breaking
That's never happened.
breaking sand points off in the ground, so.
Bye, Sandpoint.
Just so you know, we do have another sand point and another one on the way. Someday.
Holly, you gotta move out of the way, girl.
Come on, Bubby.
Cross fingers.
If you're wondering what that monstrosity is, it's a high tunnel that we made out of a Quonset hut that got crushed by the snow, and we didn't, take the plastic off like you should have done if you've lived in Alaska your whole lives. It's on the list for this year, though. It's on the list to get it fixed. Fingers crossed on that. Beautiful. What do you think? It's awesome.
Yeah. Great.
How'd it go?
Not too bad.
Look at how beautiful it is.
I know.
I'm so glad it wasn't so wet.
Me too.
We were worried it was going to be muddy out there. Yeah. What's next, boss?
Next, we get these Trex boards off here. And I'm hoping that we can just like peel it like a banana peel and
Peel it
take
like a
this
banana.
end that way.
Sounds like a
It'll
plan.
probably end horribly, but dude, we'll video it and it'll be awesome. Everybody can laugh at us. Now we put these heavy Trex boards on the edge, which were free 99 by the way, because out of nowhere, the wind can come down the mountain, and if we don't have anything on the edge, keeping this thing down, it'll just pile it up on the edges. Boo.
This is landscape fabric that I literally laid on the ground and hand stitched together with baling twine. And it's what, 3 15-foot panels? Yeah, 3 15-foot panels. And the first year that we put this down, we tried like logs and rocks, and the wind down the mountain's like, you are sissies. We ain't dealing with no logs, we ain't dealing with no rocks. And so finally we decided to cover every square inch of the edge with those Trex boards. Yeah.
Remember, we didn't have it stitched then either, so there's like...
Oh, that's right. That's why we decided to go through the effort of stitching it by hand, because it was just like panels of like...
Right.
It was trying to be one of those ribbon dancers. You know what I'm talking about?
The ones at the car dealerships? Like that?
No, but that's pretty much, yes. It tried to impersonate one of those things. What do people call those?
Like the ladies at church, you mean?
The ladies at church?
Yeah, they'll have the little ribbons on the stick and they'll dance and all that. Different church.
So are we gonna like do anything with all this stuff that's overgrown on the top of this landscape fabric? Or are we just gonna pretend?
I don't know.
I'm up for pretending.
Ready, fire, aim, boys.
Heck yeah, boys. We don't need to do any like pre-planning prep work. That's for sissies.
We don't do that around here.
We don't do that around here. Yeah. It's ready, fire, aim, or go home, boys. I bet it's warm in there.
Figure it out. I bet it's warm where and home.
Yeah, it's about 45 degrees out, which is fine. 45 degrees is t-shirt weather for us, but not soaking wet and the wind blowing. That's
right, not rainy and breezy.
Suboptimal, yeah.
It's boo is what we call it. It's a technical term.
Yeah, the weather is boo. Let me set up the tripod while you finish doing all the hard work.
All the heavy stuff?
Yeah.
You can set up the tripod that way because you're 150% in the way.
Sorry, honey. Okay, so Mr. Reeve got all the trucks around all the edges except that far edge, because the hopes is that we'll just be able to like flop this over there.
Can y'all like
and that'll be
hear
like
the confidence? He hopes that this is going to actually work. Probably right.
Let me do it again. So, Mr. Reeve has figured out how to make this go seamlessly, and so he's left Trex on the other end, and that way we can just flap this baby right over. 0 problems, 0 issues. Better?
Yeah.
Proud of me?
Yeah, good job. Take that, husband.
Take that, husband. Okay, well, wish us luck, I guess, huh? Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I'm terrified. What if there's mice under here? No, no, no! Oh, stuck. No mice.
Yeah,
no mice allowed. Oh my goodness. It's working.
Is this a long time to remind you haven't moved this in 2 years?
I'm only ripping it a little bit.
Aren't you proud of me for not like having the idea, let's hook the tractor up to it and we'll pull it and everything gets torn? And
He wants credit because he's not trying to wreck this with the tractor. We're just wrecking it by hand instead. Good job, honey. You get credit for that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So all the stuff that is grown through the holes is really holding on. Hold on, I'll show you. Like this, look. So if I break that stuff out of there, then you can pull it a little bit better. Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Almost there.
Oh my gosh, we're not. We're 2/3 of the way.
We're almost there.
Now I'll just kind of get it dislodged for you, and then you can pull it.
Okay, we got it just about where we want it. A little bit of final adjustments to get everything lined up perfect. And then it's planting time in the rainforest.
Yeah. What about all this mess?
Well, Yeah, I guess we'll fix the mess.
Like 25,000 pounds of dirt rolled up in the end of this thing.
But the way that you were pulling it up like that, there's no way I'd have pulled it down there unless you were doing that.
Yay!
Good job, wife.
Thanks. Look at I'm so excited, dude. If you ever wonder why our giant white fluffy dogs aren't always white and fluffy, this is why. It's pouring rain, there's mud and dirt, and this is where they would rather be rather than nice and dry in the woodshed. Look, Holly, she's gonna take a nap out here. Are you getting ready for your nap time, buddy? Yeah? Juniper. Are you so happy, buddy?
So here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think if we take the fold, like lift it up and flop it until we get to that next Trex board, we'll pull that Trex board out, free it up, and then take all the gunk and put it somewhere.
Movie magic, make it disappear.
That's right.
Yeah.
Movie magic. Ready? What do you think? Oh wow.
That's like 7 hernias right there, boys.
I got the mesh, boys.
I do not have the mesh, and I do not want the mesh. Oh, Lord in heaven.
The mesh of power.
Yeah.
One mesh to rule them all.
One mesh to rule them all. Good thing we left that Trex board down.
Thanks.
I mean,
Cut.
yeah, redo. Yeah, that Trex board's gonna be so easy to get out of there. No problems at all.
It is. Now that you said that, I'll make sure of it.
He's being sassy.
Yeah, pull that way.
I can't. It's as strong as I am.
My end was easy.
Because there's no weeds over there. Here, I'll get the camera. You do the hard work.
Yeah, you're just like, you wanted to prove me wrong, so you're sandbagging it.
I do not sandbag anything, for the record. For the record. Let the record show Miss Crystal does not sandbag. Cut. Look how good you did, honey. Look at such a strong man you are. It would just be so easy for you to get those weeds right out of there.
A for effort. You know what would make it easier?
If I helped.
Cookies.
Oh, yeah?
Cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tell her, y'all. Cookies.
I don't have cookies for later, but I do have plans that involve chocolate chips. Delicious organic chocolate chips. Dark chocolate chocolate chips.
I think it counts.
I get credit?
Yeah.
Thanks. Did you find grass to eat? Yeah. Hi, Cedar. Hi, sweetheart. If you can believe it, it's June and we have the wood stove running. I'm gonna try to dry out Mr. Reeves' muddy gloves and then dry out my sweatshirt at least a little bit, and I will make Mr. Reeves something warm at least to drink while he's tilling that other half of the garden. We got goat's milk, we got organic sweet dark chocolate chips from Azure Standard. We're gonna make some hot chocolate for a rainy, drizzly day that we have to work outside. Better get one more. Grill up a leftover fajita. See if there's room up here. that's necessary. A little bit less of a wet sweatshirt. Hot cocoa. Let's go see how Mr. Reeves doing tilling the garden. Yeah, did you come to visit me, girl? Yeah. Hi. Ooh, it's slippery up here. Look at how nice this looks, honey. Wow. And that'll be the lane now?
Yeah.
You're amazing.
What do you think? Taters.
Oh yeah. Taters. Speaking of taters, you want warm food?
Yeah. I don't think there's any taters in there.
No, I hope
I
not.
do think I see some whipped cream though.
Here, hold on. That one's for you.
Wow.
Will you hold mine for just a second? Because I got one more thing.
Yeah. You got one more thing.
In my pocket.
Oh.
In my sweatshirt pocket.
Oh.
Yeah, phone, burrito,
Not enough
2
hands.
hot chocolates. Neck. Tradesies.
Burrito neck.
Burrito neck. Okay, now you take the burrito.
Okay.
There you go. Now we got everything in the right places.
Thanks, honey.
You're
I love
welcome.
you.
I
You're
love
my
you.
favorite.
I hope so. That's the plan, Stan. Oh, clink. Are we cheersing to garden on time?
Heck yeah,
Garden
boys.
on time, cheers. That thing's two cheerses.
That makes
Cheerses.
3.
Oh,
Bam.
3. Third time's the
Yeah.
charm, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Holy smokes, that's good.
Right?
Wow.
Yep. Goat milk. Those Azure hot chocolate, or those Azure chocolate chips.
Mmm. Wow.
I know.
That's like rich right there, boys.
You got whipped cream on your mustache?
Mmm. Saving it.
Did you hear that crunch?
No.
Yeah, good job.
Mmm.
Good job, burrito. Good job being a nice camera burrito.
That rice stuff is just the bomb.
Yeah, that fajita filling. Are you sad? Yeah. Here, buddy. Here, hold on. Here, you want some whipped cream, girl? You're such a nice girl. Look how gentle you are. Yeah, good girl. That's it, though, buddy. No fajitas for dogs, okay? Sorry, dude. She's like, I still see it up there, Dad.
Not for long.
Mm-hmm. It's almost time to get our beautiful plants in the ground, but if you guys watched our last video, you will see that we did not get a sand point well in, even though we tried really hard. And it took a whole day, and it was a hot mess, but it was a fun hot mess. Where did that go?
You never feel more alive than when a cuffling is flying at you.
Are you okay, Chase?
Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at all the threads still inside it.
Good grief. So I thought I'd take you real quick and show you how we have to get water now. This is the water we got yesterday. Driveway's still bumpy.
Dude, we weren't supposed to live in a rainforest. This is stupid.
So, you know, this endpoint went said sushi. So we still have to get water, right? So we are on our way, slip sliding away in the mud. Yeah, to our neighbors who have a well, and we are gonna trade them. Oh, please. Oh, let's see if I can do this.
Yeah, bounce down the driveway
Yeah.
with eggs.
Yeah. I am gonna trade them farm fresh eggs, and then they're gonna let us fill up our tank. And it takes a little bit to fill up that tank, huh?
Yep.
Like half an hour, so that means coffee time.
Coffee time.
We get to sit for half an hour in the truck, and that sounds glorious. Did you hear that beautiful sound of my voice?
Yeah. Was that the right answer? It's so funny traveling to get water in like the rainforest.
Oh yeah. Ready for coffee time?
Coffee time! All right, 30 minutes later, we got our tummies full of coffee and the truck full of water. Now it's time to head back. Take that, fools.
Now the summertime is great because, whoop, that was loud, because we can fill up this big tank in the back of my truck and use its height to gravity feed to a lot of places we need for water. In the winter time, all these fittings would freeze, and this is 200 gallons of water. If I couldn't use 200 gallons of water in 15 minutes, it would freeze in my truck at -30. So suboptimal, but summertime means lots of water all the time from the tank. Summertime also means that we can give the animals a lot more water at a time. In the winter time, here where we live, it gets -20, -30 Fahrenheit for weeks at a time. And so that means we can only give them enough water that they can drink in one setting, because sometimes just 20-30 minutes later it's frozen. And then we'll give them water twice a day. But in the summer, we can give them 2-3 days worth of water. And because that water is going to sit in these bins for a couple days at summer temperatures, I always kind of scrub them out with vinegar, just so maybe I can at least pretend that all the times that they've pooped in it and stepped in it is getting clean. And then the magic happens. Mr. Reeves set me up with this, I don't know, on-off switch for the water, valve, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. And then I just wait for it to gravity feed, and as long as the hose end is lower than the outlet of the tank, then water will come out. Then I just back the truck up to wherever the animals need water at. And then while that bin is filling, gives me about 10 minutes to go do the next farm tour, like check on the babies. The babies are getting bigger. They're starting to eat goat food instead of needing a bottle all the time. They're still drinking a bottle twice a day, but they're trying new food. Yeah. They're all nice and dry in their little house in their play area. Yeah. Are you a good girl, May? Yeah, you're loud, but you're a good girl, huh? Now that that one's done, on to the next one. Ten more minutes. Let's let the grandma goats out. We have a couple grandma goats who kind of get pushed out when the younger goats go to feed, so we are making sure they're getting extra calories. They're super well behaved, so they get to come out and just run around the farm all day because they'll never run off because, well, they're old and they love us. Are you already waiting for me, girl? Come on out. Yeah, hi, Maple. Hi, girl. Yeah, come on, girls. It's gonna be inside today. There. Are you waiting for it, girl? Yeah? You're being patient? Doesn't really look like it. The grandmas get extra vitamin C gummies too, just so they can stay strong and healthy, and Maple is ready for it right now. There you go, buddy. Oh yeah, good girl. Fireweed, you want your gummy? You better hurry, Maple's gonna get it. Fireweed. Okay, I better give you one more. Okay, girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Are you my buddy? Fireweed, you missed out? Yeah, are you ready for yours now? No, girl. You have had 2, and that's more than enough for a goat. Fireweed. Maple. No. Fireweed, look. Hey. Nope. You better get it. Just... Maple, get out of the way. Here, fireweed, quick. Fireweed, quick. Good girl. One more. There it is. Yeah. Normally we'll feed them this extra grain and their gummies outside, and then they just forage the whole day and clear the property, huh, girls? But today it's raining and goats hate the rain, but they might venture out. They like leaves, I think, a little bit more than they hate rain, so maybe we'll catch them out browsing later. Can't forget about the geese pond. Grandmas, that didn't take you long. You're braving the rain? Yeah? Don't fall down the sand point, lack of sand point hole. Hi, Maple. Yeah. You can see she has some alopecia from getting pushed out from the feed, which is why she's out here. And fireweed just feels a little bit too skinny for me, so yeah. Are you loving all that? Yes, you are. Are you girls the landscape ladies? Yeah. What do you think? Should we get you some clean water too? Yeah. Yeah, ooh. Okay. You made dirty water, buddy. Yeah. Meanwhile, Juniper's over there drinking out of a puddle. Are you guys so silly? Yeah, did you like it better when it was dirty? Did I ruin it by cleaning it? Sorry, buddy. Oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah. You're a good girl. Okay, back to plants in the ground. Now, I don't think that getting the plants watered is going to be a problem today or tomorrow or the next day because it's going to rain forever and a day and we probably should build an ark. But I did want to show you our beautiful plants. Most of our starts this year were given to us. All of these in the black pots were given to us by a very lovely viewer, Miss Bonnie. Love you, Miss Bonnie. And she just had all these extras and she's like, hey, Miss Crystal, you want to come get them? So there's lots of brassicas here. You guys saw that we did get some plants from the Happy Gardener greenhouse, and I did go actually just yesterday and got a couple of extras that I thought we needed. And then, what else? Oh, yes. So Jessica from Modern Homestead, Alaska, if you don't know, she's one of my very good friends. And she had a ton of extra starts too. So there's, I don't know, celery and broccoli and tons of brassicas. And I don't even know all the plants that she gave me, but probably like 100 starts. Oh, yes. And then I have a very good friend, Ernie, from Board and Beam, and he does lots of engraving. He also does the leather engraved logos for our hats. Mr. Reeve, you got a Flat Tire Farm hat on? Of course you do. Good job, husband. You want to show everybody your hat? Yeah. Don't look at the dirt. Yeah.
That's what makes it cool.
Yeah. So Ernie does those for us, but he made me these beautiful planters. They're cedar, so they won't get all melty and dead fast. But look at cute, right? I'll leave a link in the description below for how to get a hold of him if you're interested in any custom engraving work. And I know that he can ship stuff out. He does a lot of cutting boards, which are really cool. And I bought some cutting boards, custom cutting boards from him. But if you're local, it's like super easy. Just pick it up in Wasilla. I gave in. I finally got a dry sweatshirt on so that in 3 seconds it can be soaked again.
It can be wet too.
Yeah. And I don't like to wear rain jackets. There's just like no give to it. And then
that's why, like, I have good rain jackets that don't, you know, like these shed rain for a while.
Yeah.
I have good ones that don't, but gosh, I just can't move.
Yeah, and I don't
It's
like to
good,
feel
though.
like strangled. It's my least favorite
How
feeling.
does that sound again?
Yeah. Like that.
Okay. Now you know.
This will be the first year that we have plants that actually have tags on them that tell you what it is, and do you know why that is?
Because Miss Bonnie planted them, not us.
That's correct. Thanks, Miss Bonnie, for labeling plants.
Sneezy Smurf over there.
Here, I can.
No, Sneezy wasn't a Smurf, was he?
No,
He was
dwarf.
a dwarf.
Yeah, happy, grumpy, sleepy, sneezy, dopey, duck, and bashful. Take that.
What about Burpee and Cheesy?
Those are your dwarfs. Can you name all the reindeer?
Probably not.
That, no.
Tasty, yummy
No.
steak sausage.
Oh my gosh, no. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. And Rudolph, if you want to count that one.
Oh, you have to count Rudolph?
That was my 12-year-old self being super cool.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. 12 years old, I thought, I'm going to be the one that knows all the 7 dwarves and all the reindeers.
That's how I'm going to succeed in life.
That's how I'm going to succeed in life. Little did I know.
How about that? I almost forgot my poop. No, not that poop. This poop.
Rabbit gold.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play with poop and you're gonna play with babies?
Yes. Hi, Mama. Hi, babies. You have cute babies. Yeah. Hi, Sugar. Are you so big now? Are you so big? These are our silver fox bunnies. They're called silver fox because their little coats are like little silver foxes. And they're super hardy for Alaskan weather, like negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. They are just happy hopping around. They won't even go and burrow in sometimes at negative 50. Huh? Yeah, are you so happy up there? She's getting away from her babies because they're getting ready to be weaned. So she's like, I have had enough of you folks. Yeah. And rabbit poop is a fantastic fertilizer that does not have to compost. It's ready to go straight out of the rabbit into the plant hole. Hear the rain picking up?
It's not picking up, it's coming down.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Now, with my rabbit poop, I just dig my hole where my plant needs to go. Put a little bit of rabbit poop on the bottom. And then my plant goes right in there. Poop it up. It's a good recipe. Plants love it. Look at that beautiful guy. Put your mud back in the hole. All right.
Oh, we're really gonna leave that in there,
Look
huh?
at that, huh?
Pretend?
We're fancy now,
Pretend
boys.
we're fancy. Whoop. All right, we're getting there. Now I'm gonna separate. These are all little Brussels sprout plants, and I'm gonna separate them into who's gonna live and who is not gonna live. That's gonna be what we plant next. All right. These were kind of mob planted, which is a great way to save space if you have just a small area to start your seeds in. These all look super fabulous though. I think you all might get to survive, my little Brussels friends. Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. Thanks, Jessica. Tiny little float plane. If you don't know, the little floats on the bottom of the plane is so that that plane can land on a river, in a lake, in a remote area that does not have a landing strip or a landing strip. Yep. There's a lot of single engine and small planes here in Alaska because there's a lot of remote areas and people want to get to remote areas to enjoy the peace and quiet, to get to their remote property, or to go hunting. I've been corrected. And fishing. Come on, baby. There you go. What do you see?
Don't scare it away.
What?
the blue sky.
Oh my gosh. I'm out there like looking for an eagle because Mr. Reeve points and he does the shh face and I'm thinking, okay, there's a bear, there's a moose, or there's an eagle. So let's find out what it is. No. A robin counts. Where? Oh. Well, he was right there till I turned the camera around. Sorry, friends. Here in Alaska, we plant, I call them cold weather crops.
Cold weather crops.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes and brassicas, a lot of. And if we want to weed and deal with all the tiny, detailed, tedious stuff, we'll do carrots.
Carrots.
But every year, Mr. Reeve wants carrots.
Carrots.
And every year, I tell him, you go right ahead, honey. Yeah. So, what do we got in the ground so far? Zucchini, winter squash, which we've never been successful growing a winter squash, but... Yeah, but we did get 3 winter squashes from the Happy Gardener greenhouse, and so thanks, Sam and Dave. So we have a big head start, and we might get something more than just a flower and like we usually get like a tiny little 1.5 inches.
A little
ball that we can't eat, so we put it on our table like we're fancy and grew it and let it be a decoration.
Magic rabbit poop.
Magic rabbit poop this year. You can see that all of our holes are spaced pretty far apart because brassicas need a lot of space. At least the ones that we grow, but kohlrabies, they need less space, so I'm gonna go this way and we'll plant those in the holes that are closer together. Ooh, let's see how they hold up. They're a little tied together. Woo-wee mama. The little ones are not gonna make it. Sorry, friend, you're too tiny. You, though, you can stay. Are you so mad right now? Are you so mad at me? I'm not paying 100% of my attention to you right now. Yeah, oh, I know it. I know it. Oh, hi. Yeah? Are you making all that noise? Yeah? What'd you find?
I don't know.
Sticks.
Prizes. All lined up perfectly with a log in the ground.
Yeah?
So convenient.
So we figured that before we fill up all the holes, we might try to look and see what seeds we bought this year, huh? So, yeah. So that's what we're doing now. So I got me one of these seed organizers, like all the Flouncy Homestead ladies. And I do have my seeds in there, but yeah, that's as far as it got. They're not labeled, they're not organized. They're just shoved in there, but you know what? At least they're in the box. Do I get credit for that? So you know what happens after it rains? All the mosquitoes come out. There they are. They are out and about, my friends. So we always buy our seeds from Denali Seed Company, and they are a seed company that does research about what plants can grow in Alaska, and they give you really good information like, does this grow in a greenhouse in Alaska? Can you grow outside? What area of Alaska do you need it to grow in? So, here I'll show you. Oh, look. Here's a buttercup squash that we probably should have started. That's out. Hey, we have beans. Beans and peas, so we got to build a pea trellis. Put that on the list. Beets. Oh, we need to grow beets.
Yeah.
Okay, beets have to go in the holes. Zucchinis have to go in the holes. What else do we got? Be nice if I had these labeled. But you know what? It's like a surprise. Surprise! Snap peas.
Look at those beets.
Oh, yeah. What do we got? A couple kinds of beets. I don't even like beets, but they grow here, so
I like beets.
every year I pretend I'm going to do something with them. Actually, it looks like we didn't do too bad. We don't have to like revamp our entire plan here.
Because you only opened half of the things.
Why. That's 100% why. Broccoli, guess what? We have lots of broccoli
Super
plants. Lettuce,
Mm.
cauliflower, we'll save that for next year. Cabbage, save that for next year. Hey, more flowers.
Oh, more flowers. Delphiniums. Yay!
There's your carrots. Oh, more zucchinis. We needed that. Okay, is that
Good,
everybody
we're almost
now?
out.
Oh no, tomatoes, that's out. We're way too far along in the season for tomatoes.
Maters.
Yeah, we have a couple plants that other people have started, but guess what? Those will go back for next
We've
year.
got Abe the Mater.
Abe the tomato.
Heck yeah, boys.
What are you going to put him in?
Honest Abe, he's going to get his own.
Oh, we're
big
going to put him in a
planter.
pot. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay, well, that's good. We don't have too much to do. Okay, put zucchinis in the ground now.
Bam.
Okay, under further inspection of my Flouncy Homestead Lady box, I found a lot that we're supposed to direct sow this year. Okay, yeah. So we thought we were going to plant seeds, but in the land of perpetual summer daylight, we lost track of time. It's definitely past dinner time now. It's 7 o'clock. We've got about 20 hours of daylight right now in June here.
And about 21 hours of chores.
Accurate. So we're gonna feed the babies. And we have about 2 hours of animal chores after that. Milking, taking care of milk dishes, giving all the animals their afternoon feeding.
Yep.
Then what else are we doing after that?
We gotta get water.
Oh, we have to get water for the house. So
cabin.
that big tank is just for outside water. And then we have aquatainer jugs, which are like little blue 7-gallon jugs that are only for inside. And then possibly dinner at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're pretty chilled, so we had lots of hot water on the wood stove because we made a fire today. So we'll probably get hot showers in tonight, and then we will meet you back in the morning for round 2 of put in the garden.
Whoop, whoop.
He's hungry.
I guess.
He's letting us know it's dinner time. Yeah, we best feed him next, huh?
All right, crazy. All right, crazy boy. Yeah, that's the sound of my jacket. Such a pretty boy.
Quiet now for 4 seconds.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, babies are mad. So we're back at it this morning, and first we have to do all the animal chores, otherwise the screechers will keep screeching. But first, we're gonna let the grandmas out.
Maple, you ready? Come on.
I'm gonna let Roka out too, her buddy.
Roka, you want to come out too?
Yeah,
Go ahead, come on.
you're not a grandma, but you can come hang out with the grandmas. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Yeah, tell me. We're almost there. Let's let Fireweed out.
She's waiting. Fireweed knows.
Are you ready, my buddy? Okay, come on.
All right, come on out, girl.
There's your buddies. Go find them. Oh, let me get it in there for you. There you go. Good. Are you happy? You ladies ready for gummies? Fireweed. Oh, Maple, you'll eat all the gummies if I let you, huh? Fireweed. Get it. Here. Here, girl. No, Roka needs her vitamin C. Here, Roka. Here, Roka. Quick, get it. Good girl. And feed the babies. Good thing it's raining now, huh?
Yep, right on time.
Whoop, whoop.
And don't forget milk the goats.
And feed the chickens. Hey, girl. You laying eggs? Not in the nesting boxes? Perfect. Hansel, you're not supposed to eat the chicken food. No. Get back, Jack. And we gotta hay all the goats. All, what, 32 of them?
Almost enough.
Yeah, almost enough.
Come on, goats.
Whoop. and get the next bale of hay moved so we can open it up and feed more goats.
If I move this big bale of hay out of the shelter logic, now I can get all the way around it so I can actually get it out of all this wrapping.
Did you find some hay, Roka?
I think if I leave some on the ground, I know some girls that'll clean it up for me.
Yeah, the grandma goats.
Grammars.
While Mr. Reeve goes and hays more goats, I'm gonna start a load of laundry with all that extra water we have. When we have all this extra water, I take advantage of it as much as I can, and there's still 125 gallons of water in there, and I have to leave the farm tomorrow, which means that can't ride around in the bed of my truck because this nozzle sticks out past my tailgate, so, yep. So we gotta use all the water today. This is our little off-grid washing machine. I can fit about 5 gallons of water in there, and it does a couple of pieces of clothes at a time, but it means I get to stay on the farm and do laundry. We don't have quite enough power and or plumbed water or anything to actually run a real washer and dryer yet, but someday. A little scrap of soap from a batch that didn't turn out perfect. And while that's going, I'll go do the next thing, like look at cute sleeping babies and feed the bunnies. And the water. See if I can do this like one-handed. Got it. I gotta grab your water yet, don't I, girl? Forgot this one, it's on the side. Yeah, are you thirsty, girl? I'll be right back. Got it. There you go. Yeah, and your cute bunnies. Yeah, and your cute babies. Yeah. Okay, back to laundry. Okay, the wash cycle is done now. It has a tiny little spinner basket, and you can just get like 2 or 3 pieces of clothes in at a time, but it whips it super fast and gets it drier than your normal spin cycle on a regular wash machine. So it just means that it dries super quick by the wood stove. Or sometimes I'll hang it upstairs in the soap loft because it's warmer up there. Once all these are spun out the first time, I'm gonna drain this wash bin that has the dirty water in it, and I'll fill it back up with clean water, rinse all the soap out of these clothes, spin them again, and then I can hang them up to dry. Okay, we got one more super important chore before we can get back to the garden. Feed the puppers. Oh, we missed that one, girl. Quick, get it. There we go, we made it. Nice job. All right, girls, go sit. Good girl. Are you gonna sit? Would you like breakfast this morning? Sit. Well, that took some talking to, didn't it? Good girls, get it. Good girls. Are you happy? Yeah. Yeah, get to that egg in the bottom. Look, Juniper's getting to her egg. Okay, we finally made it back to the garden, but it's dumping. So I'm gonna try to use my
They
little.
missed the downpour we just had.
Oh
though.
yeah. Yeah. Sounds
Show 'em
like
your
it might
pool.
be coming back. Yeah.
It might.
So I have this little, I call it my headless hippo because that's the suction cup part that goes on your phone. And so maybe, hopefully my phone won't get soaked and we'll be able to keep videoing. But I'll apologize if it makes the rain sound louder because I worry it's gonna hit on here.
Oh.
So you'll just have to, suck it up.
No, that'll help them. They'll like be able to feel it.
Yeah,
They'll like be in here with us.
perfect. You wanna get in the rain with us? Perfect. Okay, zucchinis. We're gonna put zucchinis in this whole row, hopefully. You know what's awesome about these being in the side-by-side all night while it rains?
They got water.
They weigh like 127 pounds each now, dude. Beets. Beans. There's some empty spaces back here, so I separated some random mysterious mystery brassicas that weren't labeled, so we'll find out what they are when they grow. Okay, Mr. Reeve has just a couple of those potted plants left, and then this landscape fabric section is done. And then we'll move to the back. Well, the rain has decided to give us a break. We're soaking wet. How about you? Y'all dried off in there?
Soaked all the way through.
So we went up to the cabin, we grabbed the next set of plants, and here we go.
All right, y'all, next we got our herbs to get planted. We have a nice pile of dirt here. We have our magical rabbit poop and some wonderful friends of ours. We're going to be throwing out these mineral lick tubs from their cattle, and there's holes already in the bottom of them, and that's going to make perfect planters for Miss Crystal's herb garden. The magic, gotta have the magic on it. Oh.
Yeah.
Most people, when they see poop, their response isn't
It was definitely a facetious
Oh.
just in case you wondered. Thanks to Musher Becky, we have lots of more strawberries to put in our garden. Hopefully the box doesn't fall apart. I'll take you back a couple of days and show you when we pick those up from her. So last year, Musher Becky gave us some strawberry plants. Some of them came back, but some of them died because we planted them like the day before it froze. So,
No.
but I was impressed with those 5 that came up, boys.
Yeah, yeah.
So she still has some
I
extra.
do.
Yep. So she's gonna give us those, and she has some other starts for us too.
Heck yeah.
Here, let me put that box right by where you need to step.
You're very helpful.
Yeah. Here, let me be assistance. Oh my goodness. Take that.
Take that.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah, that's a pretty happy one.
There's lots of little guys in there too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ta-da.
How do you know the difference between a zucchini and a cucumber?
That's a great question.
Oh, this
Cucumbers have little baby cucumbers.
How cute that is. Oh my gosh.
A cat was in here.
Peppers. And
Broccoli.
so Alaskans never throw anything away.
Never.
Because it costs so much to get stuff shipped here, and sometimes you can't even get shipped here.
Yeah.
So pretty much we just trade all the things.
Yeah.
So we're also picking up a table and
a bench.
a bench to go with that table. And Musher Becky also saves restaurant scraps for us for chicken feed. Thanks, Becky.
You're welcome. Happy chickens.
Happy chickens. In the winter time, Becky is busy running all these dog sleds and the dog sled teams, and she does dog sled tours, right?
Yep.
And sometimes
we race too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And people can even go out and see the aurora on the dog sled.
Yeah,
That
for sure.
happens a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in doing a dog sled tour with Musher Becky.
absolutely.
Our channel helps sponsor the things that Musher Becky could use to help the puppies be happier,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
To help offset some of her costs. In the winter time, we helped purchase some lighted gear so
Yep.
that the puppies could be safe on the trails.
Yep.
And so for the summertime, take it away, Becky.
We got balls. Teaser balls. These are actually super awesome. They're, I don't want to say indestructible because I don't want to challenge the dogs. Which one you want? Which one you want? You want the purple one? Okay. There you go, attaboy. It's like, I want that ball in the middle. Good boy.
He's like, it's mine. Mr. Reeve and I sponsor 2 dogs every year. Just because, to help out. But then also our soap business does a lot of things with Musher Becky. We have dog-themed soaps on the website, and a large portion of those proceeds go to Becky, as well as in the summer when Becky's not racing dogs, she is knitting and making these little soap koozies. These are going to be on the website, and the proceeds will go to
Thank you.
buy more toys.
You guys are awesome. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Do you love that ball?
I love my ball.
You're never gonna let go of it, are you? So here's a cute little soap koozie. The soap fits right in there. And you wash, right? And then when it gets skunky, because you know that's gonna happen, then you can just throw this guy in the wash and wash him again, and then use him again. So if you want koozies or ghost milk soap, you can go to theflattirefarm.com. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I'm gonna leave the link to contact Becky for puppy tours.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So when we walked out here a week ago, it didn't look like it needed to be tilled, but yep, this is the berry patch, or what is supposed to be the berry patch. And now we can't get the tractor back here, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, because we have all the garden planted, so.
Boo.
All right, strawberries. You got to be tougher than the weeds, dudes.
They are. Those are tough ones.
They'll make it happen. You guys tired of watching us plant stuff yet? How about you, Mr. Reeve? You tired of watching us plant stuff yet?
I haven't been doing much watching.
Yeah, huh?
I've been doing the planting.
Doing the doing. Ready?
Yeah.
Take
No,
that,
not there.
strawberry.
What do you think about right about here for the next row?
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, you love this plan?
Yep. Since this is kind of the growing year or whatever, propagation year for strawberries instead of fruiting, do you want them all super separated? Or okay if they're in giant clumps?
No, it's okay if they're in clumps.
Perfect. I love this plan.
That's pretty good shot right there, boys.
Thanks. It's all my basketball skills.
Is that right?
It's the only basketball skills I have.
Throwing strawberry plants in the hole.
Yep.
Ooh, come here, friend.
"35 strawberry plants later, I got 7 left. Woohoo! Yay!
Bye-bye.
Okay. Gonna do raised beds next?
Yeah.
Oop.
Don't be stepping on my strawberries,
He didn't
lady.
die. He's a fighter. Maybe hard to tell, but these are raised beds made out of IBC totes. What is that? Not a mouse?
What?
That
That's,
a stick?
yeah, piece of wood.
No, next
Oh,
to that.
that?
Don't touch it.
No, it's a piece of wood.
False alarm. Not afraid of an 1,800-pound moose, terrified of a mouse. Not afraid of spiders though. I'll just pick those guys up, put them outside. They help the mosquito population stay down.
I know, mice, they don't kill mosquitoes.
They don't?
I don't think so.
Okay, then they can get eaten by the chickens and the dogs and whoever else wants to partake. Well, Mr. Reeve keeps working on those beds and getting them tilled up and all the deads and weeds and stuff out of it. I'm gonna prep some of these onions. These are just some old kitchen onions that didn't survive, and sometimes if you cut the outside layers off, you can replant the little bulb that grows on the inside. So rather than throwing away a moldy onion or trying to see if some poor chicken will eat it, maybe we can grow a new onion out of it. I just peel all the layers off, and I don't cut the bottom off, right? Because that's where all the roots will grow out. And we just keep trucking until we get to the last little bulbs on the inside. Now these two, when we worked them down to their core, they each only had one bulb, but if you look, this guy's gonna have 3. So, I'll get 3 onions out of this moldy garbage that I would have probably just composted. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye, onion plants. And then we did buy some, are they called sets?
Yeah.
Sets. From the Happy Gardener greenhouse. If you watched our other videos, you've probably seen that. So we've got a bunch of sets and some more rotten onions to peel apart. So bon appetit. Okay, so I am just about done planting my little onion army in here. And then, what's left, Reeve? We got that bed left.
We got celeries.
Celeries. And then up pot those peppers.
And maters.
The tomatoes?
Yeah, those little bitty guys.
Little bitty guys.
Don't we have some little bitty tomatoes? No?
Good news. Less work.
Just have Abe. Honest Abe.
Honest Abe, the giant tomato. Yep.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So that's what's coming up next.
More planting. I know
More
you're
planting.
shocked.
Yes, exactly. Hey, you stole my lines.
Yeah.
Oh, how many more are left in here? We're running out of room. Y'all are gonna have to duke it out for space. Here's your knife back.
Celeries. Oh,
Thanks for letting me borrow it.
of course.
In an unrelated matter, it may or may not smell like onions.
Yeah. I won't lick it.
Let's not pretend that you actually clean your knife.
I do.
Do boys do that?
Yeah, we go.
Do you boy? Oh, that's got it. Got it. It's like drying your hands. Same place. Got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What? Dying.
Take that.
Yeah. Huh. All right, we can separate all these bad boys.
I'll help you.
I can separate if you want to stick them in the ground. Okay. Like that. Look at celery, honey.
I know. The celery that we got last year was so yummy.
I know, that's why we're putting it in exactly the same place. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
How much room do they need?
I don't know. Just give them maybe 3 inches because we have more than the law allows.
Sorry about all the weeds, celeries.
Yeah, then tough it out, dudes.
Fight for your life.
Yep, they'll be fighters. They'll be tough celery. If they don't survive me
Throwing them around.
tearing them apart. Yeah. That'll
Take
be
that.
That's the first challenge. Challenge 1. Survive being torn apart. Challenge 2. Fight the weeds. Challenge 3. We'll probably forget to water you back here. Look at, there's only 1 bin left.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 1.
Pull them all out. We planted them too tightly together.
No, no, no. We'll put other stuff in here. Actually, that's what we're gonna do with all those starts that are still, that were mob planted in those pots. Whatever we have left, we'll save. And then whatever doesn't come up in a hole, like that we planted one seed in wherever, then we'll be able to plant those. Yeah. We always have a little extra. Usually we just plant extra zucchinis, but we got extra plants this year, so I'll keep those puppies alive for a while.
Ba-ba.
Oh, holy smokes, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of celery. Heck yeah, boys.
Look at how good my rhubarb's doing. I need lots of rhubarbs. I think I planted, we might have like 10 or 12 rhubarb plants. If you know anything about rhubarb, it can't die and it gets huge. But I'm going to make a rhubarb barbecue sauce, and I'm very excited about it. I made it a couple years ago, and it's been long since gone, and yep, haven't got back around to it. But this year, we're doing it. Oh, it's time.
It's time to pot up Honest Abe.
Honest Abe.
This is Honest Abe.
Oh gosh, these chairs are low.
Yeah, I know. This is Honest Abe. He is the Abe Lincoln tomato plant that Sam and Dave from Happy Gardener Greenhouse gave us. And today, he's going in the big boy pot.
Oh, he's going in a big boy pot.
But
so,
they said I gotta trim this guy up a bunch.
Trim the suckers. Take that, sucker.
Wow.
Sorry.
I mean, good job.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So, remember we had a big, beautiful hoop house, and it got crushed by the snow, yada yada. And we are going to fix it. We actually have the stuff for it. We're hopefully in the next couple weekends, maybe we can get it fixed. So in hopes of that actually happening, I'm gonna up pot these peppers that we got from Miss Becky, and I don't know if they'll actually make it to fruition. Generally, I buy organic produce that we can't grow in Alaska, like peppers and lemons and things like that. I buy it from Azure Standard, and 2 weeks ago I got 4 cases of peppers from Azure Standard, and so I think that brings us to story time. Whoop, hooey mama.
Take that, sorry. Honest Abe's getting frisky.
Oh my goodness. So if any of you follow our community post page for YouTube, ooh, out of pots, I wonder why. You will have seen that I got injured and that my face looked like a hot mess. And that was a kitchen accident, and so let me bring you along for the story of my face.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, that was scary.
It was scary. Yeah.
So I bought 4 beautiful cases of red peppers from Azure Standard. So I thought I'll make this luscious roasted red pepper and tomato pasta sauce, and let's can it. I spent half a day roasting all those peppers. I roasted garlic, I roasted onions. I made beautiful video footage of pouring in tomato sauce and fresh basil and herbs and spices. And don't forget that pretty blue propane flame. I got her in the canner, but I rushed it. And so when I opened the canner, this jar exploded in my face and up my arm. And apparently within a 30-foot radius of everything in my cabin. Now, when you pressure can, you're supposed to let the pressure come down to 0, which I did, and then wait 10 minutes before you open the lid, which I did not. I ended up with 1st and 2nd degree burns on my face and 2nd and 3rd degree burns on my arm.
Now I got burnt 2 weeks ago, and if you look, I just have like a tiny bit of redness there on the inside of my eye left. It's still healing, so we're gonna get there all the way. I claimed full healing on this deal the day I got burnt. So, in honor of being healed, and in honor of sassy pasta sauce everywhere, we're gonna eat that for dinner tonight. Look, the sky is falling again.
Liquid sunshine.
Yeah, liquid sunshine. So before we go in and make dinner, I do want to do one more thing. I was going to do it after dinner, but the skies decided to open up and I already have wet clothes on. So before I get dry and have to come back out in the rain, I'm just going to get it done now. We need to get all that water emptied out of my truck. Since we don't have running water and we have a fire pit out here in the middle of the woods in the wilderness, we try to keep, I don't know, this is probably 15 gallons of water on hand, just so that when we walk away, when we're done with the campfire, we just scoop a bucket, dump it out, and there'll still be enough water left here. If there's any problems, we'll be ready for it. Maybe I get Mr. Reeve to rig us up some rain catchment on the back of these rabbit hutches, because that's right by the campfire. That would be awesome. We do have some rain catchment off of the milking shed, but that's all for right now. And sometimes we'll just put a trash can or two under the eaves of the cabin. But yeah, it's difficult to have rain gutters in Alaska without the ice filling up and getting damaged. But small rain catchment, that's definitely something we can do. And I might as well fill up the bucket while I'm here too. I just realized I still got seeds in my pocket. Those have got to go in, boys. Can you grab me a towel for my seat? Because I still have to go down to the garden.
Okay.
Thanks. If I can get it to my truck before it gets soaked. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now I'm going to load up the hose and we're going to take the truck down to the garden so that we can fill up the extra water storage down there that we use to water the garden with when it's not dumping rain. That ought to hold. Navigate through all the things and through the mud. Come on, truck. There we go. Okay, at the garden. Ay, ay, ay. Woo. Well, the good news is the garden does not need to be watered in today. Holy smokes. So these are all of our water barrels that we have down here just so that we can fill them up to water the garden when it's sunny out. And we just gravity feed them. Super easy. And that will empty out the rest of the water in the tank, and I can leave the farm tomorrow without having an open bed with the tank sitting in the back. Now you might wonder why Mr. Reeve just doesn't take that tank full of water out of my truck bed with the tractor. It's way too heavy for the tractor to do that. The tractor can handle an 800-pound bale of hay, but not tons of water that's sloshing around. When we get this tank down to about 50 gallons of water, then the tractor can take it out. But I have to empty it at least to that point. So now we sit and wait. Well, I'll sit and wait. You can wait till the next scene. All right, we got some water storage for the garden for later. I got less water in this tank. Mr. Reeve can move it out of my tank before tomorrow morning. So let's go make dinner. Okay, I got mostly dried off. Our clothes are drying over there, our laundry clothes and our gardening clothes. In here I have just a pound of mild Italian sausage that I'm browning up. We're gonna get some hot water for noodles. Now this is our Homestead hot water heater. It's a 10-gallon stock pot. Has a temperature gauge on it, a little spout on the bottom that Mr. Reeve fixed up for us. And then we can use that to start our noodles. I'm gonna add some good close. I'm gonna add some good Redmond salt to it. This is actually livestock salt that I grind down in my my old coffee grinder. I call it my spice grinder. And then use it as regular table salt. It's way, way, way cheaper than buying the people version. And we have not grown tails or feathers yet, and it's probably been 4 years we've been doing it, so no problem there. Now while this water comes up to boiling and our meat keeps on browning here, I'm gonna head down to our cold room, which is kept cold with no power, underneath the cabin, and get a couple other things that we need for dinner. Now, a while back, don't be noisy now. A while back, I bought a case of Parmesan cheese from Azure Standard, and lo and behold, we got 2 left down here in the cold room. Yes! And look at all my Wiley potatoes, you guys. Guess what? That'll be
tomorrow afternoon. I really like these brown rice pasta noodles. I mean, they're gluten-free. I'm not allergic to gluten, but I do not like wheat noodles, so. Our sausage is nice and brown. See if I can get that to balance up there. Oh yeah, I'm like the clown with the plates. So the great thing about this sauce is that that's what it needs, meat and sauce. There's no like add some extra stuff. You can if you want, but it's pretty much perfect sauce in a jar. So, look at those seeds got wet in my pocket, so we're drying those guys out. And then in the pot it goes. Now we just have to cook the noodles. And I have this as far over, kind of away from the chimney pipe as possible. And that will keep this more simmering. And this is closer, so that will keep this boiling. Look at here's my makeshift pot holder. Like, it's always like that. Ah, boil away. Think I can do it twice? We'll see. Oh, I'm tempting fate here, boys. There we go. Now, even though I got seriously injured, yeah, because I wasn't patient, I will 100% order 4 cases of peppers from Azure Standard multiple times again and again. I save so much money. Like, what I would pay even just for non-organic peppers, I would have paid twice as much as I got the organic peppers for, including shipping. So I will leave my spiel short, but if you're interested in finding out if there's a drop location near you for Azure Standard where you can get bulk organic produce and lots of other really great things that might be cheaper for you, like it is for me, I'll leave a link in the description below, and make sure to use my personal share code if you decide to get an account with Azure Standard. It doesn't cost you anything, but that lets them keep me on their list as an Azure Standard affiliate. Appreciate it, guys. You better get more than that. Thanks, hon. Hungry tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought you might say that. There you go. Take a little extra sauce. So, as you can see, super easy to make this. Heat it up, dump it in a pot, heat up some noodles, done and done. Huh. Be fancy with some Parmesan cheese. Parmesan.
Oh, yeah?
You want a little more?
Sure.
Don't even need an answer. Yeah, good job.
It's like you've met me.
Yes, yes. Okay, so it's, what time is it? Almost 9 o'clock.
I think it might be after 9.
Okay, so it's 9 or so.
Ish.
Yeah, Mystery was awesome. So when I was filling up the other tank down at the garden, he was taking care of the animals, milking, got a fire going.
Fireballs.
So now we can actually sit down for the evening, and then, yeah.
And then do nothing.
Apparently we're going to do
for
nothing.
7 seconds.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to do the rest of the garden, because I don't know why, but we forgot we still have potatoes. Hello,
Like
that's
11 billion potatoes.
That's like half our garden, and we need to do peas.
Yeah.
And pretend to build a pea trellis. And I think we still have some other seeds to plant.
They might be tired of seeds.
You're probably tired of seeds. Let's time-lapse seeds with music. Right? For the 27th time in this video, Crystal, come on, come up with something new.
Sorry, friends.
I don't know, I gotta get it done, guys. That's just how it goes, yeah. You gotta try it. They're all waiting for your famous taste testing response here, dude.
Oh my gosh, it smells incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're happy?
Yeah.
I did good?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! And
if, even though this is like the sassiest pasta sauce ever, but
That's
if you
amazing.
want the recipe for this roasted red pepper and tomato delicious pasta sauce with a little sass on the side, then I'll make sure to put the recipe in the description for you. Yeah?
It's worth it. You need to make it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, make it with, wait your 10 minutes in the pressure canner, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till it cools down.
Yeah, wait till it cools down. Yeah. Hi. Look at you guys.
Taters.
I was thinking there's nothing falling from the sky except beautiful, almost rays of partly cloudy, partly sunshine, and we'll take it. Yeah. Hey.
What?
I got my eyes on you.
Oh, brother. Wow. How long have you been waiting to say that?
I just thought of it like 30 seconds ago.
Sure you did.
Okay, so thank you, Jesus. Last day. We're planting potatoes and we're planting peas. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. We both have already
Plant the peas.
been gone off the farm all day. Done animal chores this morning. They're going to get done late tonight because it's already after 7. So let's get this show on the road, right, guys? Yes.
All right, give me an example. You got the magic intelligence here.
Now we always have our own seed potatoes because, well, these are just the potatoes that we stored from last year's harvest that, well, went to seed, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And they have these, super long guys on them. And so right now, this little potato, although he hasn't really made a plant yet, is putting all of his energy into these 2.5 foot runner guys. Or is it not 2.5 foot? Is that why you're laughing at me?
It's not that long.
My husband is a
But it's long.
Finnish carpenter. Mr. Reeve, how long is that?
About that long?
26 inches?
That is 18 inches.
No. You got a tape in your pocket?
Not right now.
All right. I think it's longer than that.
There's a foot.
Oh, he wins. He knows everything. I don't know why I even try to argue about measurement. Good job, honey. Okay, so start again. So this plant is putting all of its energy into these two 18-inch sprout guys. And
Technical term.
each of these little tiny nodes are also going to sprout and branch out, right? So, and this potato still has lots of little eyes. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. That it still wants to sprout out from so that it can make me more potatoes. But right now, all of its energy is going into these two. And it's very difficult to plant. So you can cut these guys down as long as you leave at least 2 nodes at the bottom. You can cut right above the two. Sorry, honey.
Take that, husband's eyeball.
You can cut right above the 2 nodes closest to the potato, and then it will stop putting all of its energy into this long part that you don't want and start branching out into the potatoes that you do want. So I got us 2 pairs of scissors.
Oh, you grabbed one for me. Thanks,
Heck
love.
yeah, I did. So I am of the, let's find the fastest way to do this business.
Mow the lawn.
So I'm going to use this box. I don't know if you can see it here. There. As my guide. And we're just chopping that down, boys.
Mow the potatoes.
Mow the potatoes. Now there's more than 2 nodes on each of these, but you know what? It's definitely smaller and easier to plant than an 18-inch, whatever that guy is, growy guy.
Technical term.
Technical. So,
I'm gonna mow this one.
after we're done mowing potatoes, we'll get right back at you.
Hey, look at. I'm throwing shade.
Shade.
Nightshade. Ah!
Ooh, look. Old cabbage. Really old cabbage. Ay. Yep, and I think we have more taters here than we can actually plant in the space we have. But, oop, take that.
Hey.
And so, that bag, I knew that was coming. I didn't even have to see it. I just knew it. This bag we'll save for one of our friends up the road. Huh.
So we don't need to haircut that one?
We don't have to haircut that one. She can cut it ourselves, boys. Yeah. Okay, so I just grabbed me a handful of potatoes, and like I said, I'm into the fastest way of doing things. So I'll show you in a second. I'll get out of the camera space, but I drag my heel along the dirt and drop the potatoes in the holes, giving them correct and accurate spacing. He's laughing because I never measure. Then I just walk back up the row, I guess, I don't know, kind of like a penguin, and scoop the dirt into the little gully I just made, covering the potatoes, and that makes the row. And it is like so cake and so easy. And that was like 20 potatoes in, let's see what the timer says, 2 minutes. Let's check the time. Okay, 17 minutes and 48 seconds. 360 potatoes. Yes.
It's pea time. Time to plant the peas. Let's put in these posts and then poke the peas in the ground. All right, y'all, so we're gonna take right in the middle of where we stopped planting potatoes and where we left our little driveway. We're gonna drive these posts in the ground. That'll give us a trellis, and then we can do a row of peas on either side. I know how to do it, huh?
Perfect. A little easier than that Sandpoint well went in.
A little bit.
I mean, than that Sandpoint, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly. Blah, blah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much says it all.
Yeah. You get the gist of it.
I'm doing the crystal guesstimate method.
You are?
Yeah. You proud of me?
I am. Are you sure you're going to be okay? You got a fever?
Nope.
You don't want to get your measuring tape out?
I'll give you a fever. Give you a measuring tape. No, my garden string is just so old it breaks too easy, so I grabbed this. Had that mason line, I grabbed it and just went psh. I'm like, no. So, poly wire.
Good job improvising, honey.
That's right. Take that. Bad string.
So should we string all the line now? Or lie to ourselves and say that we just need to do a little bit now and we will string the rest later?
I think we know how that ends.
Yeah, it
I
ends
think
with
it needs to get strung.
boo. Apparently we're doing it all now.
Look at that guy. He's...
Oh, look at that guy. Handsome. I should marry him.
Where?
Should we make everybody watch you string this entire thing?
Well, I mean, we want people to watch.
Okay.
If we want them to actually watch our videos, we might not want to subject them to too much of that.
All right. Cut.
Cut.
Okay. How many plants?
Beautiful trellis.
I see. It's beauty mist. I got a question for you.
Okay.
How many plants do you think we've planted so far before we put the peas in the ground?
Seeds and plants and everything?
Everything. Yeah. Over 1,000.
No way.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yes. And I miscalculated. It was 320 potatoes.
Here's the bad news.
What?
We're gonna be so sad come fall when we have to harvest all this. No, actually we'll be excited.
We will be excited. It'll just be a lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot more work than 3 days.
A lot of food. Keep
Yeah.
the old fat guy
Yeah.
fat.
It'll be a blessing. Yeah. All right. On to the peas.
Pea
Ooh,
time.
hey,
Ow.
fireweeds coming down the garden.
Uh-oh.
No grandma goats in the garden.
Hey, who left the gate open?
All right, boss.
Come to join me?
Absolutely.
I get to be the
Every
boss
day of my
now?
life. Oh, you don't get to be the boss every day. of my life.
Oh.
Come to join you every day of my life. How about that?
Wow.
Way better than when we started. It was
That's
just
true, yeah.
straight clay and rocks, dude.
Yeah.
Where did I stop? Well, guess what?
See, that's why you don't poke the last one in there.
I see that. I'm gonna learn that for the next time, huh? The first year, woo! Can you even see me? Maybe. The first year on this property, we of course we, the whole plan was to homestead, so, but we like lived in a camper and some tents, and like there was not even a hole dug yet. But we were sure we needed to plant something, so we took the backhoe and just dug a trench in the forest and threw potatoes in there. And you know what?
It worked.
It worked, and they grew. Maybe not that well, but they did grow. It was really hard to dig them up, too.
Oh, I just did the same thing you did.
Haha.
Hey.
I mean, oh, I'm so sorry about your misfortune.
Wow.
I don't know where I left off.
You did it again?
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of leaving off, we are probably going to end this video here. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been 3 days. I hope you guys enjoyed the long video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that you can see my face and not through a post, but I can't guarantee that. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video, yeah?
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Why do we buy so many peas? Oh my gosh, we have like enough
I know.
to do this 2 more times, I think.
We're dreamers. We are dreamers.
Sweet dreams are made of peas.
Sweet dreams are made of peas. Heck yeah, boys.